Peace, 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 peace. Good evening. It is your sister, MaWu Lisa Temple, beautiful upstate New York, Hudson Valley, coming to you on a late night. But you know what? Sometimes life just life so much that you have to put down everything you're doing and just share a story. And that's what I'm here to do with you tonight. Welcome. For those of you who follow MaWu Lisa Temple or are part of our group of beautiful souls come together to uplift fallen humanity. If you've been with us for some time, you know we've been doing our Unmasking Morality series for the year 2024 into 2025. It has been amazing. We have talked about so many things, and all these things are connected. So many times you'll hear us talk about a topic and we'll go back into it again from another perspective. So what we're going to talk about right now in this video is the basic part of unmasking morality and why it's so important. Establishing our moral compass as we grow and develop in this world is so important, because as we learned earlier on in this series, programming and conditioning, institutions, religion, school, all these things shape us whether we know it or not. You know, even the birds of the feathers that we hang around. So birds of the feather flock together. So you with your homies, and they all running numbers. More than likely you run numbers. But if you with all your homies and y'all study and go to the library, you usually probably study and go to the library. I'm the latter. But anyway, I had such an amazing day. It was a very long and trying day because my morality was called into play. I had to stand on my compass a little bit when it came to something. Years ago, we were all faced with difficult choices, and we had to stand by those. And so it caused us to need to take accountability and responsibility for the choice that we were going to make in that time. And that's like with anything else, but if we're going to truly grow, if we're going to truly acknowledge life, we have to realize that in order for us to experience life, we have to live, right? And in this living, we'll find out so many things, like things will just come to you and show you, where your focus needs to be and how to get refocused. So I figured the ABCs of morality was a great place to start, and accountability and acceptance are what I want to talk about right now. So much like with forgiveness in this journey, it's not for the other people, it's for yourself, and when we have moments when we have to accept things just as they are, not for what they were, not for what they could possibly be, but just for what they are, sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes it's hard to let go of the idea that something could or should be a certain way. It is what it is, So in practicing acceptance, we have to be wise enough to know the things we cannot change. And I know some folks know all about that, Be able to accept the things you cannot change. Some things will just never change. And we have to be okay with that. But we, in our acceptance, have to let it go for the health of our morality. We have to take accountability for how our life is going to play itself out. If I know I'm allergic to peanuts and I keep eating peanuts, and I'm okay sometimes, but then I turn around and die from a peanut allergy, that is my fault, because I knew that I was poisoning myself every time I ate a peanut. The possibility for death was there. Now, while death is inevitable, that's just ridiculous to exhibit no common sense. It's ridiculous. And I say this to me first and foremost. I really truly I truly appreciate these moments. That's another A for unmasking morality, appreciation. I appreciate these moments of growth when I have to accept things and take accountability for how my life is going to turn out. Because see, then there's nobody else to blame. There's nobody to point the finger at. There's only you, the man in the mirror. Man, woman in the mirror. And that's very important. Because again, standing on that moral compass, it'll determine which way you go. Are you a person who, be like, well, I did such and such, but, or I didn't do such and such, but accept the fact that you didn't do what you were supposed to do for whatever reason you chose to, but accept it and take accountability for it. Anything less is cowardice. On your own behalf. You're cheating yourself. Because one day, we all have to grow up and put on our big boy and girl pants and realize that we lay in the bed that we make. So accountability and acceptance, appreciation for recognizing it. Knowing that while all things will change, not all people will. And sometimes when they change, it's not in the ways that benefit the compass that you want to stand on. It's easy. It's easy to pass blame. Well, I didn't do it. Or, oh, well, if this would have happened, I would have did what I was supposed to do. No, you didn't do what you were supposed to do because you didn't want to do what you were supposed to do. Period. And that's fine. But take accountability for it. Again, in order for us to truly have a life, as the Quran tells us that God said he created death and life so that he may test those who are best indeed. He put death first on purpose. Because again, to have life, you have to be amongst the living. And the living are those who have established their moral compass and continue to adjust it as they move forward. When things no longer serve us, we let them go, i.e. religion, indoctrination from school, all of these different things, people, places, and things even. Because we've decided we want to go a certain way in our life. And if we want to go a certain way in our life, we have to behave in a certain way. It doesn't matter what anybody else does. It doesn't matter if the man or woman next to you is forgiving people or accepting their part in what things go on in their life. It doesn't matter what they're doing. It matters what you're doing, because this is about you and your moral compass. Are you who you say you are? Now, we all still working, so we all can slip. But there's a difference between slipping and dipping. And that's real talk. So, ABCs. We'll be back with some B's and some C's, but I think A's is all right for right now. Acceptance, accountability, appreciation. I appreciate each and every one of you who come and support the work that we do here at MaWu Lisa Temple. We are truly here to uplift fallen humanity. That is our goal. That is our mission. That is our purpose. And the way we do this is by being the best version of ourselves, presenting always that which we want to see in the world. So thank you again. I look forward to hearing any comments, any thoughts on this, any experiences that you've had with this in your growth journey. As you know, you can always hit us on Instagram at MaWu Lisa Temple 1, and the email mawulisatemple@gmail.com, on YouTube, MaWu Lisa 4610. Get the latest videos. We got some great unread and some healing chambers coming up. So keep your eyes and ears open for that. And of course, we'll continue unmasking morality with MaWu Lisa Temple. Thank you so much. I'm your sister Rue. Have a good evening. Peace.